I do it all for this little hood of mine. And now I'm top op to these niggas, what a time. Raise them like
Actually, going for this video, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna do too much yapping, too much talking. I'm gonna put it at 10-ish minutes. So look, let's start the timer. I'm gonna chop it up. So look, I gotta think of a topic to even talk about, to be honest. I don't even know what topic to talk about. Matter of fact, we talk about what I'm doing now. But listen, this is taking action. You know what I'm saying? This is taking action right here. Me shooting a YouTube video, talking, don't know what to talk about, just turning on the camera and trying. That's way better than not doing it at all. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sometimes have days like that, sometimes have videos like that. For example, if you look at my vlogs, most of the time I have a topic going on. I'm going to Walmart, I'm doing something, whatever it is. But the only difference now is that I don't really have a topic to talk about. So I'm just chop it up with y'all, you know what I'm saying? And just say whatever's on my mind. And that's literally a video. Some people might resonate with that. Some people might agree with the things that you're saying. And by them agreeing with the things that you're saying, they're going to comment, they're going to interact with your video, which is going to help boost your video to help you get more views. Now, or you could always have no views on the video. Barely have any views, barely have people watching, which is completely fine. Some videos are going to flop. Not every video is going to hit every single time, which is fine. You have to learn. This video works, this video doesn't work. Now, you might know my talking videos don't get much views rather than my vlogs. Do more vlogs. Now, you might be in a situation where I don't really have nothing to vlog. You just pull out the camera and talk, which is fine. That might be a flop video, but you got to get your reps in. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. You might have one talking video that go viral or get a lot of views. For example, me on the other hand, I had the desk talk. When I had desk talk, I had an episode that hit 400 views or something like that, which is above average for me. And yo, 400 views is great. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mean that next video only hit 400 views. And it was a talking video like that. But I kept doing them. And sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. But you tend to learn what works once you repeatedly try something. But that's what last video was about. Repeatedly trying something. Now, this video, I want to talk about staying focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Don't let no distractions feed in. Don't let any distractions in at all. Because listen, when you're so locked in, you're so focused, a distraction can really mess you up. It can really sit there and take you from up here, working to get up here, and it can take you all the way down here. You might be working to get up here, and you're right here. It's going to take you all the way down here. For the simple fact that you aren't focused. You know what I'm saying? It's like the crabs in the barrel. You sitting there right here, folks going to pull you down. They're their level. Now you're doing the same thing they doing. You just doing unproductive things. No, you have to think differently. You have to, boom, I'm going to separate so I can elevate. You know what I'm saying? Even when you right here, it might be some people trying to pull you down. You trying to go up to the top. They like, nah, stay down here with me. Nah, you got to separate to elevate. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, you changed, whatever it is. All they got to do is separate and elevate. That's all they got to do. They right there with you. But a lot of people not willing to do that. A lot of people not willing to separate and elevate. So then you keep separating and elevating. You can be so high up, that's going to be hard to catch up with you, which is fine. And you might be at the top. Dang, I miss the people down here. But if you go down here, they're going to pull you down here. And they're going to try to keep you down. And it's going to be a long way up here. So you have to learn. Cool, it's good to see you guys. I can see y'all from far. Hey, how y'all doing? Whatever it is, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, you have to learn that you have to separate to elevate. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, connections and networking can help you. But a good way is having no distractions. If you want to elevate yourself, you can get elevated by being around elevated people. But that doesn't guarantee you elevation. If you elevate yourself, you're going to be the person that people want to be around. You're going to be the person that people want to use so they can elevate. Which is fine. It's a good and a bad thing. But you have to learn what to do with that. Again, even from people trying to sit there and elevate, sometimes you got to separate to elevate. They might be right here. They're trying to get right here. They're talking to you. And they just working like, yo, can you pull me up? You could help them. But listen, if you spend your time pulling up a whole bunch of people, then you're going to sit there and stay on the same spot that you've been at. You're just going to die right there. But instead, you could pull up a couple people and then move yourself up. Separate, elevate. Sometimes you got to separate from elevating people or helping people. You got to help yourself. If you're too busy helping other people, you're not going to have time to help yourself. You're not going to have no one there to help you. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to learn. You got to pour water in your own cup before you try to pour water in others. So it's just more of, listen, if someone isn't willing to help themselves, you can't help them. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to learn that, which is fine. But you might ask, what do I do once I separate? How do I separate to elevate? This is what you do. You cut off all distractions. You stop hanging around people for a little bit and you just lock in. You grind. You make money. You stack the money. You flip it. You make money. Stack the money. You flip it. Keep doing it over and over and over and over again. As you know, you're gonna look up and you got some money. Now, for you to get to that next level, you have to put some of that money into something so you can get to that next level. So whether you might start at 2K a month, then you go to 5K a month, then you go to 10K a month, then you go to 15K a month, then you go to 20K a month. You keep building. Some people cap might be 20K because they too busy trying to help other people get up. Instead, you gotta sit there and all right, boom, 25K, 30K, 35K, 40K, 45K, just go up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think they're bigger. And if you keep scaling, you keep going up, you're gonna soon have 100K a month. Now you're making $1 million a year, but if you want to keep going up, you got to learn different things to invest in, different things to help you move up. But you got to start from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It might start from a job, and you take that job money, you put it into something that's going to make you more money, whether it's business, whether it's stocks, whatever it is. Then you use that money to put into more assets and more stuff that's going to make you more money. So you got money coming from here. Then once you got money coming from assets, stuff like that, then you use that money, you keep flipping that money, you put it into different things. You got that main, so let's say, boom, you start with a job. After you get a job, you put that into your main income, right? That main entrepreneur income or that main income that you get some more money. Now you got work money and main income money. Now, if your main income money surpasses your work money, you can probably quit your job if you want. Then you have that main income, whatever it is. Then use that main income to sit there and fund your assets. Your assets can be another business. It can be a hobby that you got that you want to make money off of. It could be anything to make you money, anything that's going to help you flip your money, whether it's like, again, a business where most of the time it's usually a business or some type of stocks or something like that that they put their money into. So you just got to find what business to invest in. Now, they got different scales of that type of stuff. But once you put that money into that, you scale. Now, that's when you go from that 5K a month to 10K a month, 15K a month, then 20K a month, and so on. Now, as you scale, you're going to get higher and higher on making money. Now, you use that main income. Now, you got that other income. And you use that other income to scale. You scale. Your main income usually, if your main income is scalable, that's amazing. Make sure you keep scaling. You got to start somewhere. You might make $2,000 a month, but if you sit there and stay at it for 12 months, by the 12th month, you sitting there making 20K a month. And then you use that 20K, let's say you use 10K of it, you run ads, whatever it is, you might sit there and make 20K a month. Now you're making 40K a month just off of running ads, stuff like that. Then you just keep scaling that 100K a month and or more. Now that's a lot of money, but you have to think like that. You have to think, yo, how big can I scale this? How can I go on a major scale? Now listen, even the billionaires out there, they do it on a major scale. They're doing the exact same thing I'm saying, but on a major scale. They're investing into businesses. They're investing into companies. They're investing into things on a bigger scale. They might invest $1 million. They might invest $10 million into a company. When you invest $10 million in a company, your money's going to multiply. You're multiplying millions rather than multiplying thousands. So it's a different scale. That's all it is. There might be, let's say, boom, I can invest in the same thing that these other people are investing in. They just invest way more money. So if they invest in way more money, they're going to make way more money. The more money you have, the more money that you can make. It's quite simple, but it's just figuring out how to make that money and how to keep flipping, keep doing it on a bigger scale, going higher and higher and higher. But again, you have to start somewhere. So start now. You know what I'm saying? Start now. Complete what you need to complete. Do what you got to do and make the money. Use that main income and just buy a whole bunch of assets. Good assets. You might have some assets that are good, some of them that are bad. That doesn't work. But you just learn, trial and error. Again, get a mentor so you'll know how they got. Let's say you know making $1 million a year or even 20K a year. You sit there and say, yo, how you do it? What do you invest into? Your main income made this much. What did you invest into for you to make this much? Whatever it is. And you just sit there and learn from a person who knows what they're doing. You get the assets going. And now you got a money-making machine. You go ahead and make your main income. You work out. Make sure your body good. You know what I'm saying? That's going to compound also. And then you go ahead and make sure you make main money work for you in multiple ways. You send a little money battle, money soldier. That's the word I'm looking for. Send little money soldiers to go battle for you so they can collect more money. Now you're going to have a big lot of money, whole lot of money, and then you can put in the other things and just do it at a bigger scale. Now, once you have the money, is one thing that is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? Happiness. You got to learn. That's 10 minutes right there. But look, you got to learn to be happy. My stuff cut out, but look, you gotta learn happiness, you know what I'm saying? So even once you get rich, once you get all those things, You have to sit there and really think like, yo, how can I be happy? So you can get that rich and still not be happy. So it's about happiness. You do things that make you happy, whether it's spending time with family, whether it's doing something you like to do, whether it's like, once you have money, you can do things that you like to do more often. You see what I'm saying? But if you do it too often, you're not going to enjoy it as much. You're going to get used to doing it. For example, one thing you might like doing sometimes, working out, cool, that's going to get you the right mental. Also, another thing you might like to do is go adventure. Adventure out, try different things, see different things, do different things. That might make you happy, or even just hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your girlfriend, hanging out with any that you like to hang out with. That could be a thing too. So money can give you freedom to have fun. And you don't need 100K a month. You don't need 20K a month. You don't need a whole bunch of money per month. All you need is a good little steady income, nice crib, nice car or a reliable car, and good. And on top of that, you start to, you know what I'm saying, try different things, and just learn to be happy in life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn to be happy in life. You gotta focus on happiness rather than money. You know what I'm saying? Or you can do both. You know what I'm saying? Or you can do both. But listen, that's for you to figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it, and plan it out how you want to plan it out so you can have a happy and fulfilling and great, rich, and wealthy life. No cap. But listen, you made this part of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.